Hi, my name is Michelle Atias, and today I want to talk about what is the power and the engine that is leading your life. So what I often see from people that I speak to and from my own clients is that they come to me saying that they feel anxious, they feel, angry, resentful, sad, and all those feelings, those really uncomfortable feelings, they want to act on. So they want to make decisions from that place. And it's always important to remember what engine is driving me at the moment, what is powering it. So here's what's powering this. It's important for you to understand that the feelings that you have, whether they're anxiety, anger, frustration, sadness, a multitude of different feelings, they're all being powered by one thing and one thing only, and that is your thinking. So your thinking creates your feeling, which then creates your experience in the moment. But not only does it bring on the experience of the moment, but it then also leads to the kind of decisions that you make from that place. So what we need to understand is that our thinking knows as much about what you're about to embark on as a 3-year-old child knows how to drive a car. It doesn't. Its only mission is to keep you exactly where you are. And that's why we have repetitive thoughts. We have repetitive cycles of the same thing. Some of these thoughts got stuck in our early childhood. It made us feel safe then. Perhaps when we were 3 years old, 7, 10, it made us feel safe based on a particular situation that we interpreted, our thinking interpreted then in our childhood, and then it got stuck. And then during our life, when we have difficult moments or when things are a little bit challenging, that thought comes back into play and it gets stuck. And it's like a stuck record, and it goes round and round and round, going with the same thought process, and the same words are being used. So if you look at how you're feeling today, perhaps you might feel anxious today. Look at what is the thought that is creating this anxiety. The anxiety isn't going to be powered by anything unless it's thought. Thought powers it all. So we can either invite the thought in, make it a cup of tea, make it really comfortable and allow it to stay the night, or we can just understand that thought is going to pass through. It doesn't have to stay with us. It's going to pass through like thick black clouds that are in the sky are going to pass through, and behind it is going to be a sun that is warm, radiating and nourishing. But we often can't see that because what we can only see is this overwhelm of thinking. Behind that is a sun, our well-being. But often we're just overcoming with this thought process that is powering how we're feeling. So what I found really helpful to do with my clients, and I do it with myself often, is to, when you're feeling a certain feeling that's uncomfortable, and you know it because it just feels yucky, it doesn't feel great, don't make a decision from that place. I know you're going to want to because you just want to evacuate the feeling. You want to get away from it. So you're going to make a decision that makes you feel good right now, but it will also make you feel safe as well. Those decisions make you feel safer so that you go back to that habitual thinking and behavior. But that's literally the worst time to make a decision, is when you're feeling uncomfortable. Because what you need to realize, as I said before, is that the thought is going to pass by. It will, but we often can't wait. It's too uncomfortable. We're not used to waiting. We want things now. So one of the important things that you might want to do when you have uncomfortable feelings is to look at the thoughts that are powering that. Write it down if you have to. Often when I work with clients and we power through the thoughts that are powering through those feelings, for example, if they're anxiety, often the thoughts that are underneath that are similar to my wife is going to leave me, the kids are going to be ashamed of me, I'm going to lose everything, it's never going to work. And it's all powering, powering, powering. So it never surprises me that somebody feels angry, anxious, confused, overwhelmed because of the thinking that is powering that. So when you're feeling like that, in this uncomfortable feeling, rather than run to get rid of it and do anything to take some kind of action, the only thing you need to do is start looking at, in a quiet space, in a reflective space, maybe you can spend 20 minutes on this, 30 minutes on this, is to get clear, what is the thinking that is powering my feeling? What are those thoughts about? And is it really true? Is it true that my kids are going to be ashamed of me? Is it true that I'm going to lose everything? Is it really true? Because that's what's powering your feeling. And whatever is powering your feeling is going to push you to make a decision coming from a place that's often full of false thinking, false messages, and then you end up making decisions out of a rushed, anxious place that are just not great decisions. So this is a very, very simple task, but something that will really allow you to see that your thinking is always powering your feelings. There's never one without the other. And if you're feeling something, it's not there's anything wrong with you. It's just that it's your thinking that's in charge right now. You just need to know that, and that it will pass. And behind that, there's going to be your well-being again. You're going to find your well-being again. So just be aware of that. Rather than panic or be scared of these feelings as if they're monsters, they're not monsters. They're just purely the residue of the thinking that's playing out in your mind at the moment. And it's often being powered by a very, very early age, and it got stuck. So if you would like to really get clear about where your thinking is going and what's powering your feelings, I have a few 30-minute consultations, coaching consultations. If you want to click on the link above, you'll have my online calendar, and it will be great to have a conversation with you and get you really clear of what is powering your feelings and literally what is powering your life at the moment and how you might want to do it differently. Thank you and have a great day.